Oh, little did he know. Oh, that stroke of luck sometimes, you know, that it's doesn't always happen, but when it does, just even within all the darkness, one has to like just relish that little bit of justice when it's done, because I could just imagine the smirk on this fucker's face. Probably like taking a shower after the whole thing, and after seeing that, you know, nothing was happening from like the law enforcement side. So just picture it, like this dude's just like, and he's probably smirking to himself. It's like, yeah. I think about that sometimes. It's like these fucking serial killers and these murderers and these evil people, like after they do these things and they just like live their lives. Some of them are they have that guilty conscience, but a lot of them, they don't really give a shit about what they do. And I don't know, it's just, I like to picture them with their guilt and their, after having done all the shit that they've done, just like sitting around a fucking breakfast table eating breakfast and the cereal with a banana. Alright.
Joshua was arrested and charged with first-degree murder in December 2019. His trial has not been scheduled. He's also got a little bit more trouble than that, though. He's got a wrongful death suit from Stacy's family. He was also indicted for insurance fraud, and in 2019 he set fire to a syringe pump while inside a medical helicopter during flight.
It was just after midnight when this radio transmission came through.
Hey, do you have any calls reference like a helicopter landing on the side of Independence Boulevard?
It was one of Atrium Health's Med Center Air helicopters. One of the crew members, flight paramedic Joshua Hunsucker.
Looks like it's landed over here for some reason.
That reason, we're now learning, according to CMPD, Hunsucker set fire to a syringe pump while the helicopter was mid-flight. No one was injured.
They had to make an emergency landing and he was placed on administrative leave. That's another felony. Why a paramedic would set medical equipment on fire inside a helicopter while it was in the air, I don't know. And here's another one. Alright, okay, and first off I have to say, we gotta fucking ban eye drops in South Carolina. To be safe, let's just say both Carolinas, because it's pissing everybody off, as you can tell. 2 security guards in Hilton Head, South Carolina, allegedly tried to poison their supervisor. Hunter Howard and Andrew Dottie put eye drops in their boss's coffee. Now, the supervisor didn't drink it. I assume someone saw and stopped him from drinking it. And not a whole lot is out there about this one. Maybe they just fucking hated their jobs, or they thought it would be pretty funny. Or maybe their supervisor is just a dickhead. Who am I to judge?
You know, Nate, that's actually what I like to say. I like to say, oh, you're gonna be someone's bitch in jail. Yeah. Some people you can kind of tell, like, oh, you're gonna be someone's bitch in jail. You're gonna be calling someone daddy in prison. Oh yeah. Man, that's why I'm a law-abiding citizen to the T. 'Cause, man, am I afraid of prison and jail? Bruh, I'm good. I'll pay my taxes. I'm okay with that. I'll pay my taxes. You don't want me to jail? It was like jaywalking? I'll wait until the light changes, my dude. You don't want me to go that fast here in the speed limit? Don't worry about it. I got you. Don't worry about it. 'Cause no way. Like, I would definitely be someone's bitch in jail. I'm not even gonna front. I'm not gonna lie about that. They would make me call someone Poppy in jail. No lie. So your boy's gonna follow that straight line. No matter what. I'm not calling anyone daddy. Fuck that. As I'm not going to.
And finally, we have Jesse Rose Kurczewski? Jesse Polish surname. Thankfully, it's not Carolina this one, it's Wisconsin. Knocking it out of the park. There, Jesse, 36 years old, is accused of using eye drops, those dirty dogs with the titty hitty drozzy, to poison and kill her friend, Lynn Hernan. What happened? Well, I hear you barking, big dog. It went down like this. See, 64-year-old Lynn was found dead in October 2018. Jesse had found her and called the police, and when the police arrived, they found Lynn pale, unconscious, and surrounded by crushed up medication. She died shortly after. Crushed up powder? Devil's dandruff, dare I say? Well, whatever it was medication, and looks like a drug overdose, you guys. Case closed. Technically, it is a drug overdose, actually. Jesse had been caring for Lynn, and she said, well, she said she was, a little bit suicidal. She'd been talking about it for a couple of days. She'd been a little bit weird lately, so I guess she just friggin' went ahead and did it. Others who knew Lynn, though, said, that doesn't sound right. Later, Jesse and her mother, Jennifer Flowers, were found to be driving Lynn's Jeep. A Jeep Lynn had promised to her nephew, Lynn's nephew. They were also living in Lynn's house. Interesting. A close friend of Lynn's was the one to call the police and be like, yeah, she wasn't suicidal and maybe you should look at the mother-daughter situation we got going on here. They essentially inserted themselves into Lynn's life. It also appeared that Lynn had left everything in her will to Jesse. Jesse, the police learned, who had a history of forgery and fraud convictions. She had created bank accounts in other people's names, tried to pay hotel bills with fake checks, gotten a loan for a car in her mother's name, and had a gambling addiction, an addiction she financed via fraudulent loans. Lynn then was later found to have a fatal dose of tetrahydrozoline in her system. Her manner of death was changed from suicide to homicide. Jesse, in the meantime, by the way, before this came out, was calling the medical examiner's office all the time, being like, wanna maybe fill me in? Jesse told everyone, her boyfriend even, that she was pretty much a full-time carer for Lynn, when in reality, she would go over a couple of times a month and just smoke cigarettes. She also had been stealing money from Lynn. So, things became pretty clear. But when interviewed, Jesse told police that yeah, Lynn took eye drops all the time. That was her thing. That's why there was so much tetrahydrozoline in her system. She was just mad about eye drops. Cops retorted with, well, you're not going to have that much in your blood just by squirting it in your eyes. But then she was like, oh wait, yeah, actually I have seen Lynn drink Visine. Now that you mention it, if you can only have that much in your system by drinking it, yeah, definitely seen her drinking it. In fact, the day before she died, she was having Visine and vodka cocktails. Delicious. Also, Jesse had to explain to the police that any money she spent that was Lynn's, Lynn had given her consent to do so. Lynn had basically given Jesse a credit card and was like, here's your payment for looking after me.
See? Again, money. Another case of someone robbing someone else blind, and not only that, poisoning them to kill him. It's like that sucks, and at so many levels, and then it's what a horrible way as well to pass away. It's not necessarily, you're not like, it's not like a peaceful death. You're in pain. They were bedridden. Probably like, well, now that I mention it, like one of the first or second one that we saw about the husband, the crossbow, he had urinated on the bed. Like the bed was completely urinated. So, I mean, it's not only the fact that you're committing it, like you're committing this horrendous murder. It's the way that these people have passed away. Like it's not a swift kind of thing either. It's just constant pain. Like I don't believe in hell or anything like that, but there should be like a special kind of karma for these people. But special kind of karma that goes beyond just like simple incarceration. But well, I mean, moving on. We're almost done actually with this first video. Then we'll get into the second video that I'll be showing tonight. Moving on.
The cops didn't believe that at all. Of course, Jesse kept going on with, well, Lynn talked about killing herself all the time, so I guess she just went ahead and had enough. Again, like third time lucky, the police did not believe that. The financial records showed that, well, Jesse was allegedly using Lynn's bank accounts like her own piggy banks, to the tune of almost $300,000. About $130,000 of that was transferred directly to Jesse herself. So, Lynn was quite a wealthy woman, and when she died, she was over 70 grand in debt. In June 2021, Jesse was charged with first-degree intentional homicide. No trial date set as of yet.
37-year-old Jesse Kurczewski appeared in Waukesha County Court Monday facing 3 charges, including first-degree intentional homicide.
The state believes this defendant has evidenced her capacity to take advantage of at-risk individuals and poses a risk to the public, both through her financial victimization and ultimately violent behavior toward victim A in this case.
And there you have it, folks. A number of stories of people being poisoned and murdered. Good old Visine. You know, get the red out, get the dead out. Come on now. People are just mad to use it. But then again, in a lot of other stories I've covered, people used antifreeze instead. I think that one might be a little bit... They're both actually equally horrific. Both sound like incredibly painful ways to go. Some people who almost got away with it. Others who thought it was just a prank, bro. And others who were maybe just a little bit pissed off. And then whatever Jesse was. Mad for the money, that's what. Don't get any ideas, folks. Remember, right? Visine only for the eyezine. Eye drops, not drops dead. Just be a little bitch. Like me, who can't use eye drops because it freaks them out too much. Ah! It stuck! It actually got in my mouth. Oh, fuck.
Well, that was video 1. Thank you, Mike. I mean, the second video is him as well, but... well, that was a Visine murders.